It's me again. I'm going to do another quick video on the Miele S8 UniQ. Sorry. This is probably the most expensive model that Miele makes. Miele is a German company. I have used their products before. They're very high-end, very lightweight. Again, you're spending a lot more money for a vacuum, but this thing's going to last you a long, long time. This was the highest end a couple years ago that Miele made. I think the model is still the highest end. They've changed a few little design things on it, but for the most part it's the same design. This one's got a few little scratches. I actually bought this off a lady here in Winston-Salem, and I've had it for a couple weeks now, and honestly, I enjoy using it. It's very lightweight. Power hit is by far none. Again, this has some scratches and stuff on it because she had it a couple years. Again, these units are easy to maintain, easy to work on. For the most part, if you get into the motor and all that kind of stuff, it's a little difficult to get motors out and replace those, but good machine overall. This one's the Cadillac. It's got a lot of features that some of them I think are just useless, and you'll see what I mean when I turn it on. But one of the things that makes this unit unique, again, it's German made. You've got 360-degree wheels on it, so it again turns on a dime. You've got a parking mode here on the side. So when I'm done, you can actually set this unit on its end. This is great for people with stairs when you set this on the stairs. But when you're done, you can actually slide the floor brush in it and park it, and or store it in the closet like this with your wand, hose, and everything attached. You've got two basic buttons on the top of the machine. You've got your cord rewind. This is the one you just touch. You don't have to hold it in. Cord goes in by itself. Your main power button, your LED light lets you know power's on the machine. You've also got running lights, LED lights here on both sides of the machine that will come on and let you when you've got power, and these will stay on as well even after you cut the unit off. Again, I think it's useless, but they're like parking lights. They allow you to see the machine if you're in a dark room, which I don't know anybody that vacuums in a dark room, but these stay lit up for about 30 seconds and then they finally go off. So, air intake here. You've also got all of your onboard attachments. Now, these are in a little compartment here. It's velvet lined. You've got a velvet bumper all the way around the machine. You've got a dusting brush that rotates. Probably this is the only design thing I don't like about Miele. All their dusting brushes are small. I like a bigger dust brush. If I'm dusting it, it doesn't take me quite long. Crevice tool. Your upholstery brush. And all those fit snugly here in this little compartment. And it closes. Your compartment for your bag. Now this door actually stays on, it's on a hinge, so it will stay raised up. Now I put a few little drops of essential oil here on my HEPA filter exhaust. You've also got a filter here at the top. This will come out, this will tell you, this is the only thing on this machine I didn't replace. It's probably time. 8/10/16, she wrote the date on here, so that was pretty good of her to do that. But this is your HEPA filter. Now I will say this about Miele. You can Google Miele vacuums on YouTube. They are the only machine that I have found on the market when you do an air test, and all the stuff is sealed. When they do an air test on these, meaning they cut the machine on, even if the bag's full of dirt, most vacuums you can put a meter up to the exhaust port on it. You will still have a little bit of dirt, dust in the air coming out of an exhaust. I don't care what vacuum it is. It does not matter. Miele, they can do that. This machine is so well built, everything is sealed on it, the HEPA filtration. You have zero particulates coming out of it, zero emissions coming out of this machine. So in essence, when you're cleaning your home with a Miele, you're exhausting clean, fresh air back into the room, even though it's running through a bag. Again, this is the only machine that does that, or can do that. And again, the test results are on YouTube. A lot of vacuum dealers will show you that. The bag on this is, and this is one of their unique features, it's a sealed bag. I really don't know the type of material they use, but it's called an air clean. It's a cloth type bag. You cannot shut the lid without a bag in place, but you slide it down in the holder. It's got a little flap here, so it closes the bag once you're not using it, or if the hose is not in there. Once you pop the lid back on, it opens that little flap up, so you have basically a sealed dirt bag once you take it out, so there's no dirt going to be flying around. And that's one of the things I hate the bagless vacuums. A lot of them you have to take the dirt container and dump it in the trash can. I always take it outside and do it. Because if you do it in the house, you're just basically dumping that dirt in the bag or in the trash can, and the dirt's flying up in the air. So with this, you don't have to worry about that. You take the bag out, it's all sealed. But this is it'll go from 300 to 1200 watt motor. That controls your airspeed, and you'll see what I mean on that in a second. Your handle's a little different. It's a gas pump type handle, but it allows swivel action, so it's very easy to use. You've got all your controls right here on the handle. So you're on and off, your brush roll, you can adjust the speeds of the motor here, and it's got an LED light that will jump up and let you know, basically look down and see what speed the unit's running on. Again, flexible hose, you can bend this thing around, it's flexible. All your electrical connections are here on the end. So basically all you do, I'm going to try to do this where y'all can see it. One-man show, trying to use the camera and all that stuff. So basically you just plug the hose in there, everything is in there. Your bare floor brush, this is kind of unique. This has multiple swivel action on it, so you can literally move this thing anywhere. It's a pretty big brush, so you're able to clean a lot of bare floors, hardwoods, tile, whatever with this, and a lot of airflow in this design too. So you've got spaced out spaces on this so the dirt can get through it, so you're not just pushing the dirt along. Power head, this is a pretty substantial power head. It's heavy, kind of like the TriStar. This has LED lights on the front, so you can see if you want to vacuum in the dark. Power reset, so if you run over a sock or rug, it actually shuts the power unit off and it's not going to damage it. You got height control here. It's manual, so you have to adjust the height. I usually keep mine on a 1 or 2, and then your release button for the handle for the handle to come down. Easy foot control to release the wands from the power head as well. Again, no beta bars. One of the things that this has that the TriStar didn't is rubber little seal here. So as you're vacuuming, if you're doing bare floors, even if you want to run over bare floors with this, a lot of times vacuums will spit the dirt back out the back because this beta bar is running so fast. This prevents that, and it sucks it right into the dirt chamber. Again, soft bristle brushes on here so you're not eating your carpet up. One of the things that a lot of people never do is they never check the beta bar. So if you have persons in your home that has a lot of long hair, dogs, hair gets clogged up and wrapped around this beta bar on any vacuum. So they've got little channels here. You can take a knife or a razor blade, cut the hair off, keep this clean. Because if you don't, you're not really helping your carpet. It's actually basically just grinding the dirt down, and these bristles have to groom the carpet or lift the nap to dig the dirt out. So be sure to keep your beta bar or brush roll clean of any kind of hair, anything like that. That's one of the easiest things to do on any kind of maintenance. But that's your power head. And then your middle one, this is not plastic, it's adjustable. So if you're tall, I keep it around there. Everything click locks together, so solid connection. And then the handle, it's on there. So let me plug this thing up. This thing is, like I said, it's got a few little scratches, but it's designed to be, you've got a park brake thing here on the very, very back of the machine, so you can park your bare floor brush there. If you do this on this one, it actually turns the machine off. And I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to plug this up so y'all can hear it. This is probably the quietest vacuum I've ever run across. So if the kids are sleeping and you need to vacuum, you can cut this thing on and go to town. Now if you can see, the little power light came on the machine. I can touch the power button here and it turns all power off to the machine. Everything is controlled here from the unit. This just turns power on to the main unit. So I'm going to turn it on here. You see your park lights on both sides come on. Again, I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. It's the only vacuum I've seen with running lights on it. So I've got it on. See. Get this thing. All right. Off. Control the speed. Area rug. Upholstery, curtains. Guys, I apologize. I'm going to just set it on the floor so I can show you better. You can hit your up button. Auto, the unit will actually adjust the airflow itself. Ear means it's quieter. Carpet, maximum airflow. Does quite a good job of grooming the carpet. And again, very, very quiet. You see the parking lights are still on. 30 seconds it'll go off. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Yep. So again, bare floor. If I'm busy, phone rings, door rings. You can park it. The unit cuts off. Sorry, y'all saw my iPad there so I could see what's going on. But the parking lights will go off in just a second. So, again, quality machine, zero emissions. So whatever you pick up, it's not coming back out. Again, they've changed a few little features on the newer one. This one's a couple years old. But I love the machine. Again, lightweight, very easy to use. No dust. So if you're looking for something, check out the Miele. Again, this model is the S8 UniQ. You're going to spend $1,000+ on this machine, but in the long run, it's worth it.